The assassination of President John F. Kennedy on November 22, 1963, remains one of the most scrutinized events in American history. Officially, his death was the result of a lone gunman, Lee Harvey Oswald. But over the decades, numerous theories have emerged suggesting a far more complex and nefarious reality. Among these theories is the idea that Kennedy was assassinated because he had uncovered sensitive information about UFOs, information that certain powerful factions within the US government and military did not want exposed. Evidence suggests that President Kennedy had a deep interest in UFOs. Several declassified documents indicate that he was actively seeking information about extraterrestrial phenomena. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence is a memo dated November 12, 1963, just 10 days before his assassination, where Kennedy requested that the CIA share its classified UFO files with NASA and the Soviet Union. The memo, addressed to the director of the CIA, references Kennedy's desire to establish cooperation with the Soviets regarding space exploration, a move that some believe was a cover for his deeper interest in UFOs. His request for information was met with resistance, as intelligence agencies were notoriously secretive about their knowledge of unidentified aerial phenomena. Another document, commonly referred to as the Burned Memo, allegedly surfaced from a leak in the 1990s. This memo, which has never been fully authenticated, appears to contain a directive from then CIA Director Allen Dulles, stating that Lancer, Kennedy's Secret Service codename, has made some inquiries regarding our activities, which we cannot allow. The implication is clear. JFK's curiosity about certain secret programs, possibly including UFOs, was considered a threat. One of the most persistent theories ties Kennedy's assassination to a shadowy organization known as MJ-12, or Majestic 12, a supposed top-secret group formed in 1947 to manage UFO-related matters. If such an organization existed, it would have had the authority to control all information regarding extraterrestrial encounters, crash recoveries, and advanced technology derived from non-human sources. Some researchers claim that Kennedy had become aware of MJ-12's existence and its control over classified UFO data. There are even allegations that he intended to reveal some of this information to the public, possibly in a speech set for 1964. His push for greater transparency may have placed him in direct opposition to the military-industrial complex, which benefited from keeping such knowledge hidden. Beyond UFOs, Kennedy was seen as a growing threat to various entrenched powers. He had already clashed with the CIA, particularly after the failed Bay of Pigs invasion in 1961, leading him to vow to splinter the CIA into 1,000 pieces and scatter it to the winds. His efforts to pull out of Vietnam, his push against the Federal Reserve's control over currency, and his attempts to curb the influence of secret societies were all actions that put him at odds with powerful interests. If JFK was truly on a path to disclose UFO secrets, it would have been another factor in his growing list of adversaries. The US military had a vested interest in maintaining control over any advanced technology that may have been recovered from unidentified craft, whether for defense purposes or technological superiority. If Kennedy had exposed the extent of the government's knowledge about UFOs, it could have undermined their authority and sparked global upheaval. On November 22, 1963, Kennedy was shot and killed in Dallas, Texas. The official explanation, as outlined by the Warren Commission, concluded that Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone. However, overwhelming evidence suggests the presence of multiple shooters, leading to widespread belief in a broader conspiracy. Several individuals connected to the investigation into Kennedy's death later died under mysterious circumstances, further fueling speculation. Witnesses, journalists, and researchers who pursued alternative explanations often met untimely ends, reinforcing the belief that something far bigger was being covered up. If the UFO angle was indeed a motive, it would suggest that those behind the assassination were not just rogue operatives, but a highly organized and well-connected faction within the government, one that was determined to protect its secrets at any cost. While it is impossible to definitively prove that Kennedy's interest in UFOs directly led to his assassination, the circumstantial evidence is compelling. His documented curiosity, his orders to declassify certain UFO files, and his broader opposition to the intelligence community all point to a leader who was viewed as a serious threat by those in power. If JFK had lived, would he have revealed the truth about UFOs? Would we today have official confirmation of extraterrestrial encounters and advanced technologies beyond our understanding? These questions remain open, but one thing is certain: the secrecy surrounding UFOs did not end with Kennedy's death. It continues to this day, shrouded in classified files, government denials, and a history of silence. Perhaps, in time, the truth will emerge. But for now, the possibility that JFK's fate was sealed by forces desperate to keep the ultimate secret hidden remains one of the most intriguing and chilling theories of all.